Do we know exactly where Villain's Land is going to go in Magic Kingdom now? It's coming from a very unlikely source and gives us some idea of just how worried Disney must be of Epic Universe. Let's talk about it. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the That Park Place channel, not the Pro channel, That Park Place. It's all the news that should be fun. We're so happy that you're here with us today. And every single weekday during the month of July, I will be right here at 9 a.m. Eastern. It's not when the sun rises, folks, but it's still early. I will be here to guide your way through all things theme parks. Let's dive in. Take a look at what we've got up on the screen. It's courtesy of Blog Mickey. It is the new made by Disney Magic Kingdom map, and it actually matters in a way that you might not notice if you did not come to this channel. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Folks, you're going to notice that in this map, some things have been removed, and also there's a new pattern. There's a new pattern of greenery. And if you're a Photoshop person, you're going to understand why I'm talking about this in just a second. But if you'll look at the green that we've seen in the past, take a look down here southwest of Adventureland, and you're going to notice that it's the normal green pattern. Okay? It's so strange to talk about green patterns. Folks, this kind of investigatory power, you got to click the like button and send it out far and wide. Look over to the east of Main Street, same kind of pattern, but there's a new pattern that's formed in this map. And it looks to me like it's been done using the clone stamp tool inside Photoshop by somebody who is getting ready for expansions to go in. And so this is a temporary map. That pattern of green, if you can see it, is over where Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America was. But that's not the only place that it is. Folks, that stretch of green, that same pattern that appears that it was created using the stamp clone tool in Photoshop, it extends over the entire north area of Fantasyland, New Fantasyland, and all the way to Storybook Circus. You do not find this pattern anywhere except where they put it for Tom Sawyer Island and then all the way north. They didn't do that over here. They didn't do it over here. You can look and you can see there's something different. It looks like, it's cloudy kind of, right? Can you see it, folks? Can you see it? And I don't want to go into the weeds about Photoshop, but somebody somewhere decided that these previously backstage areas, specifically north of Fantasyland, needed to have this stuff put there. Now, what that tells me is that I believe we now have an idea of where Fantasyland is going to go. And I'd like to show it to you. Talking about Villain's Land. If you take a look, folks, this is the old Google Earth of Rivers of America. We hate that it's gone. Shouldn't be gone. Didn't have to be gone, but it's gone. If you go over here, this is an expansion pad. The Western Expedition, they've talked about that in the past. They talked about Beyond Big Thunder. They're not going to use it according to that map. Let's go back, okay? If we go back to the map, you'll see there's nothing Beyond Big Thunder anymore. They didn't fool with it. It is the bland, blurred green, go away green over there. If we go back to Google Earth, though, okay, so where is all this weird Photoshop foliage? Well, it's all along Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island, but then all of this that's between the railroad tracks and Fantasyland. Folks, I think now we know that Cars Land is going to go, people get mad about this. They don't want you to call it Cars Land because they say, well, it's not its own land. It's practically its own land. It doesn't fit in with Frontierland whatsoever. I mean, a bunch of cartoon cars that are based on the Plane series. Good grief. That doesn't go with Davy Crockett. Anyway, Davy Crockett's not in Frontierland. But so the Cars is going to replace Tom's Landing, okay? And maybe slightly up into the northern island, okay, where the camp was. But Villain's Land appears now to actually be transversable. And I'm going to show this to you. We're going to get in the nitty-gritty in just a minute. Villain's Land appears to be mostly now all over the northwestern part of Magic Kingdom, right? But not extending beyond the railroad, and I don't see any evidence whatsoever that they're going to go past the railroad ever anytime soon. But here's what we're figuring out. It looks like they're going to send Villain's Land And this is a good thing. They should have done this. I've suggested that they do this. I have a quandary here, though. I'm going to tell you about in just a second. They're going to send Villains Land apparently in this area between the railroad tracks and the access road to the utilidors. See, these are the utilidors right here. Okay. And that's where lots of stuff happens. They're going to send it up this way. Now, I'm going to go back to the map, and I'm going to show you something really, okay, you're going to have to get your magnifying glass to see this, okay? Everybody join me with the magnifying glass because there are two items of great interest. First off, folks, I want you to look with your magnifying glass between Haunted Mansion, near the Tangled Restrooms, and It's a Small World. In my opinion, something has changed here with this map, and you're going to see that they actually have taken the It's a Small World building, what is typically displayed as backstage, and they've extended it out horizontally in the map. And what that makes me wonder is, if we go to the Google Earth, what it makes me wonder is, surely they're not going to do this. I mean, just surely. But are they going to try to connect in some way a new pathway between the restrooms and It's a Small World? They would have to do a ton of theming to make this happen. But are they going to send people down between the Small World and Haunted Mansion show buildings? I don't think so. But it's a possibility. And the reason for that is there's a redesign. But there is something here that I think is now likely. Folks, again, view in here with me. And what you're going to notice is they have pushed this Photoshop green blobbery. They've pushed it directly up against the restrooms in the New Fantasyland area. So let's go to that for a minute. And if we go over here to the restrooms, I'm going to show you this, okay? Gaston's Tavern. All they have to do, I want you to see, these restrooms are their own building. You see this building here? That is its own building, which can be removed. And then if you're going to put in a new land, you can put restrooms across the road. And you can actually, because this is elevated already, because this land is actually higher than the road, you can actually put in a pedestrian bridge that has walls on the side so you can't see out. And people would cross over the utilidor access area without ever knowing it. And they would enter into what could become a new Villains Land back here. Okay, let's go back to the image. I want to show you this. See how this green blobbery doesn't look like the other stuff? See how it goes from Tom Sawyer? This wasn't here before. And it touches specifically right there with the restrooms. It's interesting. The other interesting thing is they also have this greenery going all the way and touching up against the Storybook Circus area. So let's go back to our map. And what do we see? If Disney wanted to, I don't know that they want to. I don't know if they want to spend this kind of money, but if they wanted to, there's a tent that is basically a charging station for phones. And if they wanted to, they could take a pedestrian bridge a la Tron, curve it and slightly elevate it over, again, putting up walls so that you can't see out. We don't want you to see the backstage area of Magic Kingdom. And then they can get you into a Villains Land this way, which would mean that they could put 3 different ways of getting into Villains Land. They could have an access at the restrooms, they can have an access at the Storybook Circus, and they can have an access via Frontierland because, again, although it's possible, I don't believe they're going to take people through between the big show buildings. It would require a ton of theming. I don't think they want to do that. Okay. Now, let me tell you why I got a problem with this. But I'm starting to think this is what they're going to do. And you can see it now, folks. Do you see the silhouette? Do you see cars right here? It looks like an 8. You see the cars right here? It's an 8. And Villains Land goes all the way around here. Okay, here's why I have a problem with it. Because I love expanding north of Fantasyland. That land needs to be used. It needs to, honestly. With another train station there, it needs to be used, and it needs to be its own land. But the idea that the northernmost land in Magic Kingdom, and this would probably be bigger than Tomorrowland. If they use all of that space, it's probably bigger than Tomorrowland, which right now is the biggest land in Magic Kingdom. if they put it there, and you all can see this now, you can see the silhouette. If they put it there, then the issue I have is I don't like that the largest land in Magic Kingdom would be devoted to spooky stuff. Because I think the Magic Kingdom is supposed to be a happy fantasy place. It's supposed to be a place where your dreams come true, not nightmares. And so I don't have a problem with the villain's concept, but it dominating the Magic Kingdom park, I don't like that. I think it belongs somewhere else. I think it would have been a great addition to Hollywood Studios. But as part of Magic Kingdom, if it's going to be the largest land in the park potentially, and they got to be scared, right? Because Epic Universe, they're having tremendous success with their scary stuff. So Disney is a follower at this point. They're not a creator. They don't invent things. They just try to, do the best they can to catch up to Universal. So Disney, it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, oh, people want the villains. Let's give them the villains. Biggest land ever. The villains. That'll be the talking point. Biggest land ever. If they do that, I think it speaks to the times and to Disney. The idea that the biggest thing in Magic Kingdom is going to be the bad guys. It doesn't make it's not a big deal. I mean, losing Rivers of America is such a tragedy. And again, I'll show you. Folks, follow the cursor. This could have been the Rivers of America. And they could have done all of this. Cars could have gone to the left. None of this had to happen. They could have Villains Land and Cars and keep Rivers of America. The Northern Island would have had to gone away, but that's okay. But they chose not to. So, in light of that, having the biggest land in Magic Kingdom be devoted to villains, whatever. Go for it, Disney. But, for those of us who forget and start to care again, I don't know. You tell me in the comments. Do you want Villains Land to be the biggest land in Magic Kingdom? Do you even care? Let us know. Tell us down below. Folks, also like, share, subscribe, and click it. Stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. It's never been so important as now to click that notification bell. All right, thank you to Blog Mickey for getting that image for us. We really do appreciate it. We'll show you what article it is in so that you can see. That's the one, folks. If you want to go see that map, go check it out. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.